it's a bitter feeling. It's clogging people's chalkboard. It's irritating because they want this place to continue. They want the society to flourish, man. But this shit is over. This shit is done, man. The management of this.
First and foremost, we'd like to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash. I also want to give them honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, rule well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, let me adjust this camera. It's kind of tilted. All right, and you know, as you know, we are the GMS Mississippi camp, and we're just basically branching off. All right, because right on the right of us is the main camp. All right, they're probably going to split off and make a third camp. All right, they haven't done so already. Okay, but just to give allow the spirit to have free course, because we got a lot of speakers in the camp. Okay, so what the spirit has been going to, all right, is reclaiming our manhood. All right, understanding what it meant to really be raised in this captivity. All right, raised in a matriarch, meaning raised in an environment where the women ruled everything. All right, so my brother will get Isaiah 3:12. Okay, but Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is really bringing back masculine energy, man. All right, because the surrounding vibration is very demonic, very feminine, very feminist. But you're gonna find out that there's an inversion. All right, what the elites are doing, they're causing an inversion of the genders. So the men are taking in feminine energy, and the women are taking in masculine energy. All right.
Because Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12, for as my people, children are the oppressor, and women rule over them.
Children are the oppressor. Who are the children? It's Esau, Edom. Your brother can get the blue letter Bible in Job 30 where it says they that are younger than them. And you can look up the word younger. Go ahead, brother.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
They which lead thee cause thee to err. All right? Now, who is it that lead us? Well, first of all, you got to start with Israel. We have Israelite leaders, all right, who've taken the bag, who've taken the purse, all right, with the elites, and have allowed the head of your doctrine, which is the head of your doctrine, is your Yahushai, and you've replaced the head with the 501c3 tax exempt. So instead of us getting our doctrine from the word, or your Yahushai, which is the word, all right, your doctrine has been replaced by the stipulations of 501c3. I read that again.
As this is Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them.
As for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over us, man. All right, because now we know that that's a gynocracy. All right, now, oh, you good, man, with whatever's convenient for you.
Oh, okay, don't want to get in your way.
Y'all have a good one, I appreciate that. All right, but let's start a gynocracy, man. All right, which is basically a rulership ruled by the vibration of a woman. Like a woman might have a gynecologist. I believe that gyno goes into the vagina. So it's really under the vibration of a vagina, man. All right? And you have to understand the agenda of the elites. The agenda of the elites is to take away masculine energy from their rulership. When you are a ruler, you don't want masculine energy in your rulership. That's why kings had eunuchs. What's a eunuch? It's a man that when you know, a bodyguard that you castrate. Because he might be the guard over your harem. So if you have a harem, what's that? That's a room full of concubines. But you castrate him so he won't be horny and have sex with your concubines. So these men he has in his kingdom, all right, basically the Israelite man is a eunuch. He's strong, but he's emasculated. So we use him in these planks and these jobs he works. All right, we use him in the gladiators in the arenas as a gladiator, but he's emasculated. He has no power. He puts the women over us to emasculate us. But that provides surety for his kingdom that the Israelites under him won't come up and make an effort to overtake him. All right? Yeah.
Like you said, men are natural builders. That's why your physique is the way it is. The mindset that the Lord has instilled into us is the mindset of a builder. You know, because like you said, the only way for us to not really come up as a nation is to take away that building mindset.
Yeah.
You know, so like you said, putting that vibration of a woman over us and having women over us, it's like when you try to get into that mindset of want to build or establish yourself, they have a problem with it because it moves them out of the way.
Yep.
Because the man is supposed to be focused on building his empire, and the women is supposed to add unto that.
That's why in America you never build. You just work for 20, 30, 40 years, then retire. It's not building anything. That 401k, that pension, it did not set your grandson up, did it? You see? So we're going to delve into, if the Spirit allows, all right? If the Spirit allows, how we set our sons up in the kingdom. In the ancient world. And how we're going to set our sons up in the kingdom. Because the way we have it now, it was not so in the beginning. But you can finish it out, bro.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
They which lead thee cause thee to err, to deviate, to go astray. And we've been led astray. All right? You got to read books on how to deal with a woman. Like, how to, counter it, because we no longer live in that 1950s paradigm where you marry a high school sweetheart. There are exceptions, and the gender roles are already in place. So you're the provider, and she's the helper. We don't have that. Now women have been liberated, and you damn near got to take on the mindset of a Mac or a pimp to deal with a woman, man. Because what happened to where you don't have the information to lead your house? All right?
This is Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
And that's the children rule over them. Children are their oppressors. If you get that in younger.
This is younger in the Hebrew, it's Zayar, and it says little, insignificant, young.
Little insignificant, man. Esau is more insignificant than us. He's inferior to us. Plus, he came out of the dark nation. All right, go ahead.
It says ignoble.
Ignoble. So you don't have those moral standards that a noble man would, man. All right.
Despicable.
Yep. You are despicable, man.
And reviled.
You're reviled. So that's what it means by children of their oppressors. The nature of the nation that's ruling over us are ignoble people. As it says in Sirach, how roughly paraphrasing, that it's a shame, all right, to be ruled over somebody that's less significant than you, less worthy of you. People that are ruling over us are less worthy of us, man, because they're childish.
He's recessive.
Yeah.
Everything about him is recessive. His eyes, his hair, his skin, and his ways. Recessive. It degenerates. It gets worse and worse through time.
Well, and keep the word recessive shop. All right. Because I remember that word in science. Yeah, the dominant genes, the recessive genes. And so we, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, and Latino man, we have those dominant genes, those broad nose, broad lips, deep voice, black hair. All right? That dominant energy. Israelite man got that dominant masculine energy. Esau has what? No melanin. Typically he has blonde hair. All right, but he flipped it and made that the standard beauty. So now in 2024, you still need dyeing your hair blonde. You gotta take dyeing your hair blonde.
We have the other nations dying their hair blonde.
Yeah, yep, that's right. I know. Let's go ahead.
I remember I seen something. I think I read it or watched it. That said it was some Moabs that did some tests. They say the black gene is, they say stubborn. You know, when something stubborn is unmovable, it's strong. When it's missing with child, that's that what you call it, opposite recessive or dominant. That's the dominant gene.
Yeah, because I also read about a study where the Israelite man, his genes, he doesn't want to be ruled by somebody that's under him. So I understand why the Most High had Esau set up this mind control where he thinks the so-called white man is the Messiah. Yeah, that's the only way you could trick the Israelite man into being ruled by somebody that's insignificant. The Most High had to flip the script and make him thinking that the so-called white man was significant and the so-called black man was insignificant.
This is recessive etymology online. It says tending to recede, going backward, to go back, fall back.
And this is a beautiful point you made, tending to recede. And as you said, like you basically degrade or degenerate as time progresses. And even as the Edomite man ages, he what's the word? He degenerates, man. He prunes. You know, a fruit that you set in the sun and it prunes, man. But the so-called black man, he'll look better in his 50s than he did in his 20s. You know, I mean, your youth is your beauty, but a lot of Israelite man, you get the gray, the black hair, you look better. As opposed to you being like 19, 20, you ain't had a beard, you don't have the beard yet.
It looks more natural with your face.
It does.
Like you said, you'll look young, but you still have that grayish beard or the gray coming in. You still look natural.
And the Israelite man, he's supposed to be eating those fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, man. Of course, we got the fish and the beef sparingly, you know, based on your status. But the Israelite man, you know, if you want to keep that youthfulness about you, you got to get rid of that processed food. You know, the water.
That was in a recessor, but I was just gonna get the one word from the seed, and it said to depart, to go away. And like you said, this man is a child. So with him coming into rulership, we're going backwards from actually life. Like we're going back to the ways of death. That's under his rulership.
That's right. As a matter of fact, if you don't have anything else, you get that the wicked are estranged from the word going back.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
So Esau, Edom, starting with the weeks, you turn reality upside down. You engineer the reality that's out of tune with truth. And in Esau's twisted, dark reality, all right, the recessive gene is the dominant gene. It is the superior gene. And the dominant gene is the inferior gene, which would make sense why you had minstrel shows where you would always illustrate Jake's dominant genes and you would caricaturize it, meaning you would exaggerate his features with big eyes and big lips, you know?
It's Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
It was going into the other statement that was made because he's estranged. So those recessive physical genes are really indicative of his nature. All right, his nature is receding really back to death. You know, it recedes back to death, man. But it's under the guise of freedom and liberty. But what they didn't tell you was that it was freedom and liberty against the Creator. All right, what's going on? It was against the freedom and liberty of the Heavenly Father. Because what you call liberty is really rebellion. All right?
Everything that's meant to be your life, it brings death to, like for example, the sun.
The concrete, throw it up, and everybody's standing around.
Energy. You know, the other nations, it actually benefits them, but when it comes to you, it kills you.
It kills you, yeah. Because the sun, because what happens, the same thing that grows fruit, it can sort of. Because the sun actually cooks fruit. You know, when the fruit goes from green to orange to yellow, it's the sun baking. But when that fruit leaves that vine, now it's drying up by the same thing that actually developed it. So like I said, the sun, it actually nourishes us. You know, it empowers us. But when Esau Edom, all right? Esau Edom, that's what it does. When Esau Edom, it really kills. It prunes them. What was it?
You just apologize.
Oh yeah, okay.
This is Luke chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 31. because it's gonna go back to the touching on the point. Because when Yahweh Shai had always been preaching to the to start with the men. You know, when he go into seeking the kingdom of heaven, of course that means turn back to the Lord, but that also means regain your masculinity, because he knew the conditions that our people been through in the Greek Empire and under the Romans, and now under this modern day Rome Empire. So a part of seeking the kingdom is building up the nation of Israel, going back to being built. So this is Luke 12:31. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. But fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
And in the kingdom, to be a man, is going to come with extreme confidence. The Israelite man is going to have extreme confidence. See, one thing that's been covertly attacked in this society is the confidence of a man. So what do they do in the movies? They send messages through the movies to describe a certain character as masculine. He's such a fucking jerk. He's a fucking dick. He's such a fucking asshole. You know? But guess what? He just knows he's a man. And he knows your place is the woman. Alright? But guess what? See, right now, manhood, masculinity has been attacked. Alright, were you on something?
Since you had said that, it made me think of preacher. It's Matthew chapter 13. Verse 31, starting at 31, it says, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air could come lodge in the branches thereof. So like he was saying, that confidence, because the kingdom of heaven is within us, it starts with our mind. And that just like our faith, our confidence is being built up into what we truly believe in. And now what we're doing is actually building up the nation of Israel. We're gaining confidence that we're going to be able to rule the earth in righteousness, you know, and actually be the men that the Lord created us to be.
And we're sure of ourselves. See, the Most High took boys, he's taking boys and molding us into men. He's developing us. He's putting us in circumstances, he's creating obstacles for us to overcome those obstacles, all right? We overcome those obstacles. Not only do you develop more faith in Yahweh by Shem outside, but you develop more surety of yourself. The Israelite man is no longer sure of himself. So, and we've all been affected by one way or another, man. But one of the things that will happen in Babylon, and one of the purposes of overcoming the matrix, is the Israelite, the elect man, is to become aware of his fucking powers and his fucking abilities, man. We all desire spiritual power on the angelic divine level. There's another thing that's to have a sense of power about yourself. Knowing you're capable is a form of power. Confidence is a form of power. Power means ability. There ain't no fucking self-doubt, man. You know? But guess what happened? When you're raised in that feminine energy, you can't be sure of yourself. So now, we gotta overcome these hurdles in our mind, all right, that's gonna engender us being confident, man. All right? We're on something wrong? All right? Now, brother, go get, remember this to show yourselves, man. And he said the Most High is developing us into motherfucking alpha males, man. All right? It's something that was in my spirit, man. All right? The Israelite man, and the Most High don't want you wearing your beard. You should be that fucking self-conscious, all right? The Israelite man in the 70s, was he self-conscious about his damn beard? Was he damn self-conscious about his hairline? All right? If you look at the Israelite man in the 70s, he looked like a real man. And that man would be like 26 years old, playing basketball. Manly, man. Testosterone soaring, man. All right, the Most High did not create the Israelite man to be all into his appearance like that, man. Now, a sign of good health and hygiene is you groom yourself. But yeah, that metrosexual Ken Barbie energy that we picked up in Babylon, man, that's going to be left over here in Babylon, man. All right? That's part of it, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 8. Remember this, and show yourselves men, bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors.
Remember this and show yourselves men. And part of being a man is having that masculinity, man. All right? You know, you shouldn't be that down in a feminine energy where you don't know what to wear before you leave the house. You know what I mean? You feel like, well, she ain't gonna like me if I wear these, you know? But that's what happens when you're in this kingdom. Hey, that's what the brother gets sent out in the midst of women. All right? It's no vibrations, man. All right, you got a feminine energy, you got a masculine energy, and the truck says energy. Or Robert was talking about it. Because there's reality embedded in this captivity and a damn matriarch, man. All right?
This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 6. So that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear what man shall do unto me.
Because we're going to have to take that ultimate step of boldness during the hour of temptation. Even going back to steps leading to the hour of temptation. I'm glad you said the word boldness. That's the nature of a masculine man. He's bold, man. Timid for what? You know? Because whatever you don't know, you can learn it. That's just that mind shift. Whatever I don't know, okay, I don't know. But I can learn it. All right? If I'm not good at it right now, of course I'm, because you know, if I'm not good at it right now, I get good at it later if I keep practicing. So we gotta have that boldness, man. All right? Because there's a demon, there's a spirit in Babylon that wants to strip you of your boldness and your confidence, man. You know? And it's a spiritual demon, Satan, man. And I believe that movie Wizard of Oz was spiritual, man. It talks about the lion without courage, man. It's the Israelite man in this damn captivity, man. All right?
This is Sirach chapter 42 and 12. Behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women.
Hey, yeah, behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. So what happened in school? You're intermingling with women. All right? Most of your teachers are women. A lot of times you might have been around your aunties or your sisters or your mom more than the men. So what happens? You grow up under a feminine energy. Even Jakes that think they like the hood niggas and the real niggas are really, they in a very primitive energy, man. Because they're reacting off impulses. All right? A man, he conquers his lower nature. He's in control of his lower nature. You know, those impulses, anger, sex. All right? And then he's in control of his passions, man. The emotions. So you got your lower nature, which is like reproductive nature, you know, but you got your emotions like anger and love and fear. But really you wasn't in control of all that. Even your own mind and your thoughts. All right, that's what a man does. He's the governor of himself. All right, a lot of us say we want to be rulers, but we're failing to test in our day-to-day lives, and we have to rule over ourselves first, man. All right, yeah, we're not just out here to wear garments and curse out, you know who, man. We saw Edom, man. All right, we got to turn the energy back on ourselves too. It's a double-edged sword. All right.
He said it himself in a way that is not good.
It's Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He that ruleth in spirit than he that taketh a city.
See, you got to learn these things, man. Because we want to talk to rule over our spirit. All right? We'll talk to you on Isaiah 30, which is really your lower nature, the impulses. All right, which really makes you an animal, which is really after Satanism. So Satan is a direct opposite of the Most High. Which Esau is the physical manifestation of Satan. But the Most High wants you to rule over your nature, man. There's self-governance, man. And you rule over your nature with the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right, just that simple.
Esdras 10:33. He said unto me, stand up manfully, and I will advise you.
Stand up manfully, all right? And Captain Abaya. What was that? What's that? You know that scripture that Captain Abaya always brings out when he goes to the word man and goes back to champion.
This Proverbs 25, verse 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Yeah, and that's a nigga. That's a nigga. Jake just got off his lower nature, man. But the thing that Esau attacked, that's what you really should be studying. And he attacked when Jake had structure. Edom said when Jake had structure, all right, when the so-called black man was over his household, that was toxic masculinity. That was a form of oppression. And that was that evolved into Color Purple, Tyler Perry, but he never attacked gangster music. He never attacked a street nigga image. He never attacked the drug dealer image. He fighting against that image. But the black, so-called black man ruling over his house, that was the problem. That was a war tactic, man, to overthrow the strong man. We're rulers! The Israelite man is a ruler. So-called black, Hispanic, Native American man, Latino man is a ruler, man. You are a ruler. All right? You're not a fucking worker. All right? You're not a worker. You're not a thug. You're not a street nigga. All right? You're not in these little molds that your oppressor put you in. You are a ruler. That's why we got all this feminine energy. All right? So what? Lower your testosterone. Processed food. Lower your testosterone. Clog your arteries, man. You too tired to rule. You too tired to do anything, man. All right? Then you got all this psychological warfare. You got you as a man raised under a feminine energy, so you've never been challenged. You've never been developed. If you've never been challenged, how can you know what you're capable of? So now you have a nation of men that's unsure of themselves, man. Not the elect. Because the Most High is developing us. You see?
And if I may add to, and then all throughout history, Edom has been painting the image that he's been the one doing all the building and creating, as if he came up with the ideas. But if he would have never, just say like all these inventions like the comb and the engine, the different things that our people invented, just say he never put his face on it, that he invented until the truth came out, our people would have realized that, okay, our people was actually creating that. My great grandfather created this, so let me try to see if I can come up with something that'll spark their interest. Yeah. So that was another way that he came and tried to take that imagination away from Jake. Because again, being a builder, you have to have some type of imagination.
Yeah. Now Jake's imagination is just creating rap songs. All Jake's want to be a rapper. So, like I said, Jake is highly creative. Building is synonymous with creating. I say you are gods. Yeah, God means judge, but God also creates. Right?
And it's Genesis 49:9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, that are gone up. He stooped down and couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
He is an old lion because after Jim Crow, there was sorcery bestowed upon our people under the guise of these different movements that we partook in. One was women's liberation, right? Integration, all right? This is around the same time when America became culturally wrong. So one thing that pacified Judah, all right, was free sex. Because after around the 60s, America started to embrace hippie movement, liberation, sexual debauchery. So this is around the same time in the 60s and the 70s. Jake was just having sex, but they wasn't building nothing with women. Eve was on her welfare, so she could just have sex with who she wanted to have sex with. And that created a lot of bastard houses. But around that same time, they were prison industrial complex. So guess what? And then you had us concentrated in these projects, right? Eating poor quality food. Jake couldn't get jobs. This is around the same time took the middle class jobs out of the environment. The 80s. 80s was the crack decade for all Israelites. Memphis, Jackson, New Orleans, LA, 83, 86. All right, and that made the lion pacified, right? So the average Jake is not in the mindset of ruling. All right, that made I can't forget what we call it, Soul Train. It shows you that in the movie Butler, man. They gave Jake Soul Train to really pacify those uproars that we were given back in the 60s, man. A gift destroyed the heart, man.
They say like 2/3 of so-called African-American children, they live with both parents within the 1960s. And, it gradually declined over the years. So what slavery couldn't do to destroy the rest of our people, the welfare state did. That's when Jake became like that old, decrepit lion.
Yeah. See, the ruler doesn't want more dominant men in his rulership. He wants emasculated men. He wants emasculated men. And you went into that with the articles too, man. You always go into articles like that. But he wanted those emasculated men. Hence the Willie Lynch. Hence butt breaking. You literally fuck Israelite men in front of their family, man. All right, and then rape the woman, and the woman had to watch you. Then, man, you took the Israelite man and you poured him in tar. Then you put the feathers on the tar, the same tar you painted with. You paint that shit with feathers, man. All right. Then you grab each of his wings and attack it to a separate one in front of his pregnant wife. Because it's a psychological program for the Israelite woman to submit to the so-called white.
That vibration passed on down to the next generation.
Yeah, because what she did while she's pregnant with that alpha male's baby, all right, that alpha male's baby, she's going to miss a lot of more. She's going to the son to submit to the so-called white man. But the same so-called white man that killed the alpha male, all right, now guess what? He has the woman eating out of his hand. So she's eating out of his hand, but at the same time, she's teaching her son to be fearful of the so-called white man's submission. Then she's teaching her daughter to be dependent on the so-called white man. So, and this system was set up to less than 300 years. So now that black bitch, all right, he is so-called black woman, guess what? The welfare state. But then, but guess what? We're workers. We all going to work, whether we sell drugs for the so-called white man or scam or go do a 9 to 5, or work in his coliseums as gladiators, athletes. You see, but it's the same thing, man. But what did they do? They created, like we was talking about earlier, bro. We're eunuchs. Israelite man is a eunuch. He's a strong, castrated man. He can reproduce, because he's a stud. In the welfare, you just having sex, right? In the welfare environment, in the hood, whatever you want to call it, you're nothing but a stud like on a plantation. He just use you for dick, and then she get pregnant, but you're not in that picture. Definitely. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, then he gave her the liberty of getting rid of her. For the time that it was quote unquote legal.
Abortion clinic, like it's like a manufacturing facility of death, man. But it's nothing more than the Herod situation when he was talking the Messiah was going to come. As a matter of fact, get an account actually with Pharaoh in Egypt. Behold, they are more mightier than us, man. So you got to figure out when they're attacking you, man. This is some bullshit, man.
Exodus 1:7. Matthew started 5. It says, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, but Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
Yep. And what happened after slavery, man, in America? All right. Before the abolition of slavery, for Israelites to make babies was an asset to the so-called white man. Your property, making babies to do more agricultural work, was an asset. But when they outlawed slavery, us reproducing was no more an asset for these plantation owners. So now they looked at us as what they call human resources. So now it was like, damn, they're reproducing and they're free. These are dominant people. All right? What we're going to do about that?
Verse 8. Now there arose a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. He said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Are we not more mightier than the so-called white man? All right, go ahead.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it comes to pass that when they're falling out in the war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us. And so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
Yeah, treasure cities, but basically they enslaved them. So why do you think, was it 1/4 of the Jakes got ankle bracelets on, or they're in some way, shape, or form connected to the prison industrial complex? All right, that's a modern day slave, man. Most Jakes, they're stuck in the damn plank, man. All right. So we're still in slavery, but the main thing that's enslaved is your mind. because now they created modes for you to fit in. All right, these nigga modes. Have you seen the trailer to the spin-off of the show Good Times? So there was a show Good Times. We all know about Good Times. Well, Seth MacFarlane, the writer of Family Guy, he wrote the spin-off of Good Times. And it's a cartoon. And it's the most niggerish caricature show. Just full of stereotypes. It's just, and all the chicks on the comment board is like, damn, man, what the fuck is this? Like Jake, both like in that aspect, like Jake, like, what the fuck is this? But Esau put you in that nigga mode, man. You're in a fucking nigga mode. Eve is in a nigga mode, man. Alright, a feminist, a so-called black woman who embraces feminism is your direct enemy, man. The more she's into that modern woman feminist shit, the more she's your enemy, man. Like, not metaphorically, she's literally your enemy. Those liberal black bitches, because where does she liberal? Where does she liberate from? Your structure, which is the same. She's been liberated from submission. So either what happened was you're a helpmeet. We go to speak, Amos 7:17. You're a helpmeet. She went from being your helpmeet in a domestic sense to a corporate helpmeet. So she really never got liberated. She got transferred. He was working. I keep you liberated, and you got to fight. So you never got liberated. You just got liberated from us. And if you're not a helpmeet, then what are you? You're a whore. So if either you're a wife for Esau's corporation, you're his helpmeet, or you're a whore in the streets. On welfare, whoring, they call it a orphanage. It's making babies off the welfare system. Or you're a hybrid. You are a worker and you have your legs. Alright?
It's Amos chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in polluted land.
Thy land should be divided by line, and thou shalt die in the polluted land. This is the polluted land we're dying in. And Jake is in a dead state. You come to a realization, Jake is in prison in his own hood. It's just like a prison yard. You're in a prison yard, right? Well, at least that's how they depict it. That's how they depict it. Jake over here in the corner chopping up over some shit. Jake playing basketball over here in the prison yard. Jake out here working out. How do they depict the hoods in America? Jake out here playing basketball. Jake over here chopping it up. Jake out here in the front yard throwing a big truck. It's the fucking hood. But it's a prison. It's a prison, man. That's why I said you're here in prison houses, man. It's your own environment. Your own side of town is a prison, man. All right? Commissary. This is big ass grocery stores in the hood. You know, everybody, man, go to the convenience store, get squares and cigarillos and shit. It's a lot, brother. It's your commissary, man. You know, visitation. That must be you get custody of your kids, or you have, you know, on the weekend, access to your kids. You know, that's visitation, man. The warden, all right, got the police precinct and shit. All right, your cell punkies, that's your neighbors, that's your homies. You know, it's a fucking prison, man. All right.
What's said about that heart in the city? Because who was the face of whoredom within society?
Eve,
the so-called American black woman.
Eve, American black woman.
You know? God, she's the face of whoredom, man. It's like they all in competition, watch these different modern podcasts. Like they be out there on the streets, like asking questions. Like they all in competition who say the most, like, disrespectful and vile things, man.
Well, Glorilla was just saying something to the effect of Glorilla was saying something to the effect of she lives in the abortion clinic. She said something along those lines. What's that wide mouth, light skinned chick Lotto? Lotto was like, I spent that $500 for you ever trap me. That abortion fee. I spent an abortion fee before you ever trap me. What other nation of bitches rap about aborting the babies in their own nation, man? If we don't have a common enemy, if you don't know that we got a common enemy, man, death to you, man. For you simp niggas, you pour into a woman, you don't even know this woman, man. You just pour into her. You know, but let's get this. You have a point.
Yeah, just
I was just gonna add to, like you said, with the hood, you know, where Jake decided, like Jake claimed he repped the prison and the prison life, and like Jake he repped the hood, you know.
Man, Jake, weird ass nigga, take pictures, all right, of his ankle bracelet, man. His little ankle monitor. He take pictures of it, and then like the chicks be like, girl, who is that? Because Eve is the most primitive bitch in the world, man. And be honest, I don't even talk like that a lot, bro. But she's the most primitive woman. Like, if you study human nature and female nature, you realize, like, damn, that's Eve, man. You know why that's so called female nature? Because you've been stripped of your womanhood. So you take a woman and you strip her from womanhood through feminism, the only thing that's left is your nature, which makes you an animal. And if you're going solely off your nature, that means you're an animal. Now, this is when pimps take over. So ideally, a woman who goes off her nature, she's some lost chick that ran away from home, or maybe she ran from an abusive situation, so she's out in the streets. So guess who come and takes her? A pimp. So that's what Eve is, but typically that's only supposed to be a small percentage of the people in your race, where it's this lost chick out here selling ass to survive. All right? And then the pimp comes take over, and now she's inside of his domain. But he knows her nature, so he knows how to conquer her and leverage her to make him money for her or for him.
she tapped dance to this beat.
She tap dance to his beat, but that's supposed to be a small percentage of our people in the streets, man. That's our culture. The average so-called black woman is primitive. I actually hear black women say, "I'm in heat." So they'll say, my nature, like my nature kicking in. They'll actually say, my nature on, I need some dick. Like, what? No, but you know what? You're the most primitive woman of all nations, man.
This is a quote from Salah Hudi Ayuhi. He was a liberator of Jerusalem back in the 12th century. He says, if you want to destroy any nation without war, make adultery or nudity common in the young generation.
Adultery and nudity common. So Eve, especially when Generation X on down, the best of all this, man. Best of all this. Because going back, you've been stripped of your femininity. The only thing is you've been stripped of shame, self-respect, grace. The only being chased. The only thing is left is your instincts. That's a hard. And the nature of a female is promiscuity. You want that guy and that guy and that guy. You leave any woman to her own devices, she's gonna be turned on this guy and this guy. But they say euphemistically, like, yeah, I dated this guy, I dated that guy. They love that word being single. If you think about the word single means one. So at any given time you lay roll over your bed and somebody next to you, you're not single. You know what you're doing? You're playing the harlot. You're playing the harlot.
A lot of these chicks, especially of our nation, they've been touched. They was young.
Yeah.
That's why scriptures goes about the whole head is sick. They push a woman to be in that vibration of being promiscuous. They get older.
They get defiled, man. Your nasty ass uncle touched you. Your nasty ass auntie might have touched you. Some dyke might have touched you. Some dyke might have been, like, you might have got into it, like, because dykes, they act like niggas. So dykes, what they'll do, they'll tease you and get on your nerves. And then, then next thing you know, it's like, damn, what she get? You know what I mean? So, or you might have just been fast. You might have just been fast, and But yeah, molestation is heavy in a nigga community. But in part what happened. In part why that molestation is so heavy. They took the alpha male out of the house. They took Mufasa out. So if the nigga ain't there, I'm sorry. The so-called black man is like the strong Judite, the strong Ephraimite, the strong Israelite. If he's not there, protecting his own Lewis, and his mama has boyfriends, she's dating. They're more likely to get molested than in a household where the man is there. So you demonize the so-called black man being a leader, but look at how this protects your daughter. Look how this protects your son. A lot of sons got defiled. Now the daddy was there all the time, or the daddy had his kids sheltered, it was less likely to happen. All right.
Apostle Tar stated some years ago, that's heavy amongst the northern kingdom too, like the eastern coast, eastern regions of the U.S., especially like Sydney and Ephraim.
Molestation.
Yeah.
You know?
Within the family.
And there's a lot of sickness going on, man. Some would even say it goes back to that slavery, where you know Jacob just getting raped, man. It's like post-traumatic slave syndrome. But a lot has happened just off me speaking as a man. Calculating, a lot of this has to do with the Israelite man not being there. And you're not having control, because really your daughter is supposed to really be in prison until she's able to get married. All right?
So you take the hedge away from the household.
Yeah.
You open it all to, you know, to the elements inside.
Yeah, and the woman's attire, that's an extension of her head.
You go which way, sir?
Yeah. Whatever's convenient for you.
Appreciate it.
No problem, man.
You take the head. All right, now robbers and thieves can come get you. All right, and I forget the word. It's a French word, but it basically goes back to like debut, like an album debut. And what happens is traditionally, and this is a lost art. Your daughter is really in prison until it's time for her to get married. You remember we went to that, they had their birthday party, right? They had that party, and the daughter was like, almost like a celebrity in that bar.
Okay,
Bar. But the daughter's like a celebrity. It really goes back to that debut. When you showcase your daughter for the first time, she's been in prison until she hits puberty. And now it's like you take the rug off the party and you showcase her. So really your daughter, if you look up, it's a spirit. If you go to GNT and you look up how a father watches over his daughter when she's young, it really tells you that in prison, it says don't even have windows in her room. As a matter of fact, get that Sirach 42, GNT.
All right, let's say GNT.
You can get the KJV.
I read in GNT.
Okay, yeah.
This is it's Sirach chapter 42, starting at verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she be hated.
Yeah. It's his whole concern. It's really that his daughter isn't tempered with before he marries off. Right? Because according to the law, she can be put to death. Right?
In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having an husband, lest she be misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be buried.
What verse are you in?
Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude.
Yep. Now you can start that same chapter in verse 10.
This is Sirach 42, verse 10, the GNT. It says, if she is a virgin, he worries that she might be seduced and become pregnant while living in his house.
Wow, because now she's playing a harlot. She mysteriously gets pregnant. Nobody knows who the father is. There's no memorial. There's no fraternity test. All right, this is because we have to sustain our nation, man. All right, these laws and these admonitions were built off self-sustaining, man. All right.
And it says, if she is married, he worries that she might be unfaithful, or that she might not be able to have children.
Yep.
Keep a close watch over your daughter if she is determined to have her own way.
Yep. She's fast. Watch your damn daughter. She's fast. And we seen that. You know, you 12, 13, 14. Because I grew up in I had neighbors that were apostolic, Pentecostal and stuff. What's going on?
It was like a little chick, I was probably like 7th, 8th grade, and she was so fast that her mother put like bars in her women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because so many little dudes were just going up there and running through her, you know?
Yeah.
She was like one of them chicks, like they wear just dresses all the time.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst ones, you know?
Yeah, because we were some college. That's why they got married off in 13, 14. And you motherfucker, you sensitive people, y'all get so mad when we say a woman's supposed to be married off at 12, 13, 14. You been sheltered as fuck. Because that means you never left the house. That means you never grew up in the hood. That's you're supposed to grow up in the hood. You don't remember how females were in middle school? That was getting in the 7th grade. You know what I mean?
It's drinking.
Them hormones are sky high. If a boy's too, them hormones are sky high. You might be kind of laid back now, like, yeah, I guess I could. But now you 12, 13, you ambitious. You know what I mean? She might have a dog in the backyard. You still gonna try to, you know. But can we get on that part again?
It says, keep a close watch of your daughter if she is determined to have her own way.
Now keep in mind, you just made a point that she's from a Pentecostal background, right? And her parents put bars over her windows to keep 13, 14-year-old boys from hopping off their bike and jumping the fence and getting up in there, man. All right?
If you don't, she may make a fool of you in front of your enemies.
Yep.
You will be a constant joke to everyone in town, a public disgrace.
Keep going.
Yeah, because just saying like they're still practicing amongst like so-called Middle Eastern culture right now, this day and time. Because if a man has a daughter, she's a whore, that's like a shame to the rest of the community.
But even here, if the father is there and his 13-year-old daughter gets pregnant, it's like, damn. Like, because when the dad is there, when the man is there, it's different, man. And even like if you're Pentecostal, apostolic, that's remotely similar to Jerusalem. Because they get so wicked that if the girl gets pregnant at like 16, sometimes they get an abortion just so they won't have that shame in the church. Now you know that was wrong, but they had that shame culture in the apostolic Pentecostal.
That's right.
You know,
they say to other nations, it shows you how they study who we are. Like, it really goes back to our law. So if your daughter was a whore like that, what they'll do to her? They'll go ahead and burn that whore. Yeah. Because that's actually the prophecy what you're supposed to do, the law you're supposed to do. So you think about America, it's like it's shaping like into a woman, So America's like that great whore. What did the priests do back in the day? They burned that whore. So what this priest gonna do in this day of time? The high priest, Yahweh Shai, he's gonna burn America. That's what he's gonna do. That's gonna be the judgment for America being that great whore that sold nations through her whoredom. It's the same vibration.
Hey, why the hell about my side is a very insightful point.
It says, if you don't, she may make a fool of you in front of your enemies. You will be a constant joke to everyone in town in public disgrace. Everybody be saying they slept with making jokes like that. So that's a public disgrace upon a father.
And you go into the market, get some meat, some goat meat, some tomatoes and onions, and you see a niggas give you that look like, and he might got his back turned. You know how Jay had a back turn like y'all ain't talking about Jay. You know? Yeah.
The cartoon is words popping up behind his head.
Yeah, man. But you feel it, you know it, man. Like I said, it was different 2,000 years ago. I think it's more today.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add to it, and then this new generation, now that they got OnlyFans, you got mothers that's on OnlyFans, you got children that's classmates, they friends with his mom on OnlyFans, they watching her content, talking and doing the same thing. Now they do it in the face though. You know how they be bullying us. Articles came out about it how kids are getting bullied because of they mothers OnlyFans.
Man, that's why a lot of you bitches, y'all sold out, man. I'm not, look, man. We gonna get young women, man. Y'all sold out, man. It ain't no, you sold out and you got your bag on this side. Now I'm in the time of Jacob's trouble and I'm gonna rescue you. Not me. Because just like on this side, I'm not finna get a woman that needs me because it ain't genuine. I feel like even before Jacob's trouble, if you see a woman's circumstances, you see a situation, it's like, nah, she don't want me, she just needs me. It ain't the same. Yeah, my mindset like, shit, I still want to be like as a man, shit. So in a time of Jacob's struggle, I'm like, shit, what was you when I was preaching? You know? Yeah, you know? That kitchen and what was you when I was walking?
So it says, make sure that her room has no windows.
Hey, going back to your friend girl. We're going back to that girl.
Yeah, she rode on the same bus, man. Yeah. And we saw that girl on the bars right away, like, damn.
But I knew this little chick stayed a couple houses down, and we might have been like 15, 16. Same thing, her dad was apostolic Pentecostal. Yeah. She had the dress, right? We make it to that bus stop, that dress come off, she has some short songs, got that, yeah. They very duplicitous, hey man, because we learning, we've been blindsided by feminism. So a lot of times, unless you have an experience, you don't understand like the reality of Eve. And what you learn about a woman is that they're very sneaky. A woman is very sneaky. It's very like
You also read like the nature of the cat.
it's like yeah. And the cat is very elusive. You never see a cat reproduce. You never see a cat defecate. You know, but mainly you never see a cat reproduce, man. Because the cat know how to move on your blind side. And like the nature of a woman is like a sneaky cat, man. But that's something you learn being in Babylon. You start, you know, you see Eve kind of sleeping, you know what I mean? All right? And they lie. And they lie to her heart. And they lie like it's nothing. Oh yeah, I'm just in my I'm over my sister's house. There's a whole nigga like, you know?
This video is like the even though world start using like chicken talk to the dude. The whole time she get pounded out by another chick.
Yeah, man. Eve ain't shit, man.
So it says make sure that her room has no windows or any place where she can look out to the entrance of the house.
So is that imprisonment or is it not imprisonment?
That's imprisonment.
Rightful imprisonment. And you could get I think it's in Exodus, how it talks about how your daughter should not go out as the men service. But once you find that scripture, get it in the NLT.
You can read the last part again.
Like it says, make sure that her room has no windows or any place where she can look out to the entrance of the house.
Now on this side, they will look at you. You'll get arrested. You go to prison. We're not telling you to do that. In the ancient world, really, your daughter was in prison. All right. The reason why Edomite women look like precious. You know, so like a lot of Edomite chicks, they got that like that precious look. Like, damn, it's not only is she pretty, she looks kind of like organic look. Do you think she been in them streets? You think her dad allowed her to be in them streets? You know, when you grew up in that patriarch, man, the patriarch produced the most feminine, attractive women. You grew up in that conservative culture. You grew up in that conservative culture, man. Those women look organic. That's any race, man. All right, the Eastern mindset, Elam, and that's why West African women look more attractive and more organic, man. You raising that patriarch. You raising that conservative spectrum, man.
Remember Jake back in the so-called dark ages, what they had back then, the chastity belt.
That's right.
What's the use of the chastity belt? When Jake go off to handle business in another place, he'll put that chastity belt around his woman's private area so she won't be out there whoring. You know? So that need to be brought back in today's time, man. Really? It's too far gone now.
Yeah, it's like you just got burned these ones.
That's right.
You got
Alright, so it says, make sure that her room has no windows or any place where she can look out to the entrance of the house. Don't let her show off her beauty in front of men.
Wait, yeah.
On fans. Social media.
Man, you got little 13, 14-year-olds twerking on TikTok. And all the women in the comment, boy, look good, look how she cute. That's so cute. That's good. But now, she done exposed herself to male nature. You done expose yourself to male nature to a nigga looking at her like, no, she bad. That's something else you see in the hood. You see primitive shit like, you see a chick in the 9th grade and she going outside picking up the trash can with them little shorts. Jake outside 22, 26. What Jake say? Oh, she ready. She ready. He got like a little thick, she got 15, she got them little shorts on, she come in, bring that trash can back in, she probably got a $2 little dick. Jake know them little nuances. Jake said, oh, she ready. You know?
What does that she ready means? That means that she done passed the flower of her age.
Yep.
She's not a woman now.
Because I'm sorry, brother. Because Jake out in the hood, he off the grid. He not looking at the world through social pressure. He going off Jerusalem, off his stick. But the only thing he goes off in, he just fucks it. They just messing around. She might get pregnant or whatever. That's why the daddy is there. All right.
So don't let her show off her beauty in front of men or spend her time talking with the women.
Because really, and that's the scripture that says sitting out in the midst of women. So really, your daughter not supposed to be in the midst of women. Because you know what so-called black women get to talking about, them Israelite women get to talking about when they're amongst each other? Penis. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Penis.
It's not spiritual come out there compromise.
Nothing spiritual. What you say, bro?
I was saying they can compare.
Yeah, penises and the women talking about what her husband, what he got going on sexually, and they all expose each other, and they talking about how they can tell how this dude, based off this and that, like, yeah, I bet he got a peanut on me, and they all talking about that shit. Yep.
They show them Godfathers. at the beginning with Santino. He was the older brother of Michael Corleone. So they showed that at the beginning of that movie, how they was at the wedding, and there was like a whole bunch of women at the table, and they was comparing Sonny's, his wife, than his wife was to other women. Like she was doing this, she kept doing that thing, Italian women, those James, Sicilian women.
Yeah.
And they showed that same type of example within that movie back in the 1970s.
1970. So female nature, see what you see, well, I'm not gonna act like I figured it out. This is right. When you see the so-called black woman, it is she going off instinct. She's no more under the culture and structure of our forefathers, which really preserves her. And she have a beautiful life as a wife. So she's been seduced into thinking that that's a form of oppression. Now she's some little smelly little boy. Okay? But just going to show you that a woman is actually a slave. Your daughter is 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 a slave. Really, your son is a slave. You put him under that burden at a young age, you make him work. So they're both your slaves, man. All right?
Now, so it's like, just like you just said, like a little young chick, when she like 15, 13, 14, 15, get that type of attention from older men, when she get that type of attention, she really prove, bro. Like, she can't really come back from that.
When she see how, because what she doing? She's showcasing that body. Them breasts came in, them thighs got thick. And then now she see this power she got from men, because what do women do? Women get fake asses, fake titties. The attention is power to them.
It's their currency.
It's their currency. So she get fake ass and fake titties just so niggas will be ovulating over her. All right, but it's another scripture I want you to get. I think it's in 41. I'm gonna go further into it. I think get through it over here. Get this scripture. Yeah. She should not go out as other women.
Yeah. It's Exodus 21:7 in the NLT. When a man sells his daughter as a slave.
Wait a minute. You gotta slow that down for Americans, man. We did again about to start from the top.
Exodus 21:7 in the NLT. When a man sells his daughter as a slave.
When a man sells his daughter as a slave, a perfect example of it was Color Purple. Because if you watch Mr. really like bought Celia. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. bought Celia when she was like 14. And then the first thing he did, she must have back talking to son, and he punched her and slapped her, and he nipped it in the bud. But she was a slave. The reason why Celia got treated like that, because she was a slave. She was a slave. But the scripture say, be loving to your wives, but the process of him getting her was scriptural. All right?
She will not be free at the end of 6 years as the men are.
Because that's why I said she should not go out as the men servant. That's what that means. All right? Because after 6 years, an Israelite servant is free. He's an indentured servant. He served 6 years. Now he's free. But Eve, she can't be free because one, the dude's been popular. Doing those 6 years. All right, go ahead.
If she does not satisfy her owner, he must allow her to be bought back again.
If she does not satisfy her owner, all right, go ahead.
But he is not allowed to sell her to foreigners, since he is the one who broke the contract with her.
Yep. So, the point was, if a man sells his daughter as a slave, so that scripture goes right back to Sirach 42 GNT, where it says, and put give her no windows, so she won't lust after the man that's walking by, man. Because America, let Babylon tell you, women don't have a sex drive. Let Babylon tell you, it's like you the pervert.
Yeah.
And until you go to public school and you see how females are, and they just like you at a young age. So, but let Babylon tell you, like, they don't have urges. Even when they get 20s, 30s, it's like, nah, the whole deception is you're the initiator, but they don't have any drive. Like, nah, they're watching those same rap videos you watch, they watching too. But they're lusting out there. They're masturbating to them. Certain celebrity men, they're masturbating to them, man. The same dudes you look at like, oh yeah, that's my nigga right there. She looking at him like, yeah. She got her own lust, man. Yeah, her fantasies and stuff, man. the Esdras Elbas and the Jamie Foxx and these rap niggas, man, these athletic niggas, man. All right?
Social media brought it out the best.
Yeah.
Brought that fantasy to life for
Yeah.
I was gonna say earlier too. That's why like you said going into, we kept our orders, and we, you weren't worried about what other people say about it, because you thinking kingdom minded.
Yeah.
You understood that by doing so, this is gonna build up a nation. Your daughter is another family waiting to be made. And you understood that. That's why you went to what would be considered in this world as extreme measures, just to ensure that she was ready for whoever she was to be given to as a husband, as a wife.
And that's a beautiful point. You wasn't worried about what other people thought. At that time it was expected, man. All right? But basically, you long-term oriented. You ain't short-term oriented. You made moves for the long term. And that was the nature of our forefathers. They made moves for the long term, man. All right, now get that in it's the Sirach 41 where it says that staring and not gazing and not pun is made. But get that in the GNT as well. All right. Did you have anything?
No. This is Isaiah 51. Like I said, we've been going into a lot of the things of this culture and this world. This is what the Lord told us to do. Is Isaiah 41 and 2. It says, "Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. I called him alone and blessed him and increased him." And I'm reading the NLT. This is Isaiah 51 and 2 in the NLT. Yes, think about Abraham, your ancestor, and Sarah, who gave birth to your nation. Abraham was only one man when I called him, but when I blessed him, he became a great nation. Abraham was kingdom-minded. He understood what the Lord wanted him to build. So he had that mindset to do, be in the role of a man as a king, like the brother went into, as a God, in order for the nation of Israel to be established as we are now. Because the Lord made the covenant with Abraham and went through his loins, and Sarah was in the mindset, she knew that Abraham was given this great blessing. She knew that he was building the kingdom, so she played her part. That's the complete opposite of the world we're living in right now.
And this is the control that you have over your family. It's been stripped of you. It's as though you're a lion in a zoo, and the zookeeper has more control over your family than you. So the zookeeper has control over your son, your daughter, your wife. You're just out the picture. They've been killed in Mufasa. So we're just being raised artificially, but now we lack that proper data, proper information on how to go out and run a family. If Simba been raised without Mufasa, he's under these damn zookeepers and shit. What happens when Simba grows old? He's not gonna have the information to run his family, run his pride. The female's gonna be dominated in this shit, Go ahead. Just further proof, man, your daughters, women are slaves, man. Right? Yeah.
I say women means servant.
And we should get that definition too.
And when it says in Genesis, Sarah, she obeyed Abraham, called him Lord.
And you know what? There's an Ishmaelite quote. I think it's an Arab quote, so-called Arab quote. And it says something like, "A woman is a servant in need of a master." That's the quote, like a woman is a servant in need of a master. And we've been westernized, so we on some in love shit. Baby, what you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. But in nature, in real time, the women want what? They need a leader over them. They need a master. They need instructions, man. I even experiment with that, and I'm an easygoing guy. I'm like, "Hey, woman." That ain't me, but one guy did experiment. I was at work. I started bossing Eve around. I was like, "Get this, get that." And one of the Eve started liking me and shit, man. Yeah, man. You naturally got like a nice nature, like a good one. I was like, "Man, let me just," I was like, "Over here, get this,"
I said the word nice goes into like simple.
It does mean simple. It goes back to no science, which means no knowledge, which is where you get the word naive from. Nice means naive, you inexperienced. You know,
That's why they say in this society, like nice guys, you finish last.
and nice guys do finish last. You know,
I got cool. This Ecclesiasticus 36:24. He that getteth a wife, he getteth a possession.
oh, property. But you'll feel, they'll guilt trip you saying the woman is property. But that's your property. Yes. But guess what? She objectifies herself on social media. She objectifies herself by wearing clothes that accentuate her objects. Because really it's like a gift. Like when a woman goes through puberty, you don't think her self-esteem increases when she gets breasts? Or she starts getting thighs and ass? That's a gift.
And what they say, she got the whole package.
Yeah, the whole package, man. So that's a gift.
She showcased it to the whole world via social media.
And really, it's just supposed to be for her husband. Fuck, yep.
I said that's why she don't like covering up. She don't want to have them on dresses on that don't show off the body. If she get a dress, it's gonna show off everything. It's gonna be one of them tight dresses that show everything behind the breast. Showcase.
She's showcasing.
And that's symbolic to America. You know, you just think about it, America don't want to be shown to the world their nakedness, but not everything's being exposed now to the forefront.
She called decadent whore.
Yeah.
So he that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
A help like unto himself. A helpmeet. So you got to go against this gynocracy, social conditioning, this gynocracy, this feminism, and orient yourself based on the scriptures. You know?
This Ecclesiasticus 41, starting at verse 19 in the GMT. It says, before your neighbors, be ashamed of theft, be ashamed of breaking a promise, or leaning on the dinner table with your elbows, or stinginess.
That's where I got etiquette from. Table etiquette. You're not supposed to lean on the table with your. We got the roughest brother in the count, the most uncouth brother in the count. But that brother got some damn table etiquette, man. He would not put his elbow on the table, man. But they got that from our forefathers. That French etiquette, guess where it came from? Jerusalem. Go ahead.
It says, of stinginess when you are asked for something, of not returning a greeting, of staring at a prostitute.
Hey, not on social media. You staring at prostitutes all day. You leave out the house, you staring at prostitutes, man. If you're in high school or college, you staring at prostitutes, man. You gotta ask your mama a question. You know what I mean. Average chick out here, their mama's a prostitute.
Check out what Backpage, you know what Backpage really was.
Yeah, that's literal.
Yeah. It says, of turning down a relative's request, of depriving someone of what is rightly his, of staring at another man's wife, of playing around with his slave woman.
Wait a minute. So a man had a wife and a slave woman, but did it not just say in Exodus, "As I sell our daughters as slaves"? So you had now they're called, but now they wouldn't even call it that because that doesn't exist in American culture. But you can have a wife and a slave woman. Now, what's an example of that, brother? Brothers, give me an example of that if I can shot. A man having a wife and a slave woman. I give you a clue. In the Bible, he was famous. So that's all. Jacob. That's not what I'm talking about either. We probably apply to all of them. Abraham.
Oh, come.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
His wife, Sarah. His plaything,
Hagar. And what did Ludacris say? Is that your wife, your girlfriend, or this your main bitch? You know? But the point is, you had a wife and a slave. Hey, we were set up, man. If you have an estate, nobody's concerned about what the hell you got going on in your estate. You didn't have an apartment, you didn't have just a house, you had an estate. Like mixed off color purple. So you had your wife that was probably like more like an upper status woman. Then you had your little concubine. They play toy. You don't play toy, man. We're showcasing it for you at a certain time at night. Yeah.
So it says playing around with his slave woman.
Yeah, because you know what a nigga do? A nigga get real friendly around a woman, man. Like, you know, like a nigga at work, he'll act like, hey, there's like an older kid with a younger chick.
They be trying to talk all deep and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. All that friendly shit, like, You know, like you really that frilly, nigga. Like you just like you have no intention besides just being frilly, nigga. You know?
You never use that big word before.
Yeah.
Trying to show off.
Yeah. Jake, he showcasing.
Yeah.
You know? But Jake all frilly and shit, acting like he just an innocent man. Hey, playing, got a hand on this shit. You know what the fuck you doing, nigga? You niggers? Yeah, 2/3 are niggers, man. Yeah. Oh, what's you saying?
I was about to say, cause that joint having me at work a lot, and I just know it.
So if female put their hands on your shit?
Yeah.
Hey, you know who do that a lot too? Older women, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Older women love Jake. What you say, bro? hey, it's like older women, they see outside the matrix. Eve fall for the razzle dazzle. But Eve about 50 years old, they got the Jake with no hairline. You know, they got the Jake, they got the beard, the rough beard. They like the manly looking Jake, man. Am I lying?
You lying, bro.
Yeah. Hey, if you ain't got that 2/3 energy, man, them older women gonna like you, man. I saw him on Twitter. You know, go ahead. Alright.
So it says, so playing around with the slave woman, keep away from her bed. Of insulting your friends and following up with gifts or criticism.
Yeah, man. So that's the point, man. That's the point, man. That's my train of thought. Do you have any more scriptures? You had this scripture.
The point was 19. Philippians chapter 3, verse 19, who ends in destruction, who God is their belly, whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. You know, as we was going into how our women, they front all this, they that wild daughter, and it's become their glory, their shame, that's become their glory. They dance on YouTube, they do the nasty stuff on OnlyFans. They're without restraint, and that's become their glory, and they always going after their lust. It's like let's you know everything they desire. But as the brothers and others get into, you're supposed to trim that. You're supposed to keep watch over that. You know?
Right. Yeah. But and the brother made a beautiful point though. The very thing that's supposed to be shame, not as the glory, but to the living room. You know? I hate to call it sexy red. Sexy red. It's about her vagina pink and her butthole brown. Yeah, man. She openly talked about how many times she got gonorrhea. She got lipstick. Advertising like it's the name of the lipstick is called gonorrhea green or something like that. You know?
And the crazy part about it is Jake men still know that that's not wife material. Like Eve don't realize that that's not the type of Eve not in the mentality of being a wife anyway. But Jake know that that's not wife material.
No, man. Yeah, that's true, bro. A nigga will fuck with you, but he already know like this is a piece of ass, man. It's fun. This is fun, man. All right.
But see, Eve, who was supposed to be the wife, has been degraded into the fake thing.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be the wife to keep up the house, the head, the female head of the servants, who direct, the secretary.
Yeah.
But now you have become the maid servant that just is a harlot. The only plaything. Just the only you become what they used to call the bed maiden. Yeah. That's all you become.
Yeah, the bad witch.
Bad witch.
Yeah, because Edomite women are looked at more as wife material. And Eve is looked at as like a little sex slave, like a little, that's crazy, man. Yeah, if we get there right quick. Yeah, whoever has it, then we shut it down after that.
So this is Isaiah 29, start verse 16. Now I'll start 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, And they say who see us and who know it us. The nobility of Esau Edom. They came over this so-called thing called, westernization. Going into the feminism, the homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that's adverse to the ways of Yahweh Bashir Shai. And you want to put that all together, it's really that Babylonian line. That's all it is. And it's spiritually intoxicating all these nations around the world. So it says, surely your turn of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. So everything within society is totally backwards.
Eve is a concubine.
Eve is a concubine.
She's a sex toy.
She's a head boss.
Yeah.
You know?
Boss of what though? What she got LLC in? Because you call yourself a boss? Because, but basically you are in your masculine. You're a masculine woman. All right.
So it says, surely your turn of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. For should the work say of him that made it, he made me not. Or should the thing framed should say of him that framed it, he had no understanding.
Hey, but y'all had any closing statements? Brothers and sisters edified. Let's give one of y'all in the word too.
Our Manhood.
Never honest to our elder apostles and elder Christians of great millstone and well. Peace and blessings, health and wonders, and the house today with the elect. Abba Baal. Shalom. How about Shema Shabbat Shalom Kamadash Barakatham Shalom. Shalom.